Welcome to Access USI. I'm Marina Current.
And I'm Kane Jones. Here are USI's top stories.
Evansville is dedicating $150,000 toward a new affordable housing project. The money will go to build one home just a few blocks north of the Evansville riverfront. Evansville's Department of Metropolitan Development Director Kelly Kors says Evansville will help replace older, empty homes with the new house. Kors says that's what Evansville's Affordable Housing Fund is for.
Access USI weather update. I'm Cameron Douglas, and right now we currently have showers and thunderstorms making their way across the area. Temperature sitting at 71 degrees, winds out of the south at 8 miles per hour. Now we do have the potential to see a few strong to even severe thunderstorms through the overnight tonight as well as into the day tomorrow. But the bigger concern is going to be the potential for some flash flooding, and the National Weather Service does have nearly the entire tri-state under a flash flood watch through 7 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night for the potential of 2 to even 4 inches of rain. So if you're going to be commuting at all, perhaps to and from campus, you're going to want to keep this in mind as you may encounter some flooded roadways. And if you do, remember to avoid those at all costs. Turn around, don't drown. So as far as the timeline goes, the showers and storms will be continuing throughout the overnight tonight into the day tomorrow. Some heavy rain is definitely not out of the question, especially as noted there was those yellows, oranges, and reds, and that's what's going to be our biggest contributor to that flooding threat, is that heavy rain will put down a lot of rain in a short amount of time, especially in those low-lying areas. We'll continue to see that work its way through. Some areas of the tri-state could catch a small break from the rain in the morning, but it's not going to last long because more rain will be continuing on through, and that line could become widespread once again tomorrow afternoon with a few thunderstorms and even heavy rain possible before it then works its way off to the south and east by tomorrow night. We should be completely in the clear by midnight tomorrow night, setting us up for a nice Friday. We'll get into that here in just a moment. The severe weather risk is a marginal threat overall. That's a 1 out of 5. And we're looking at low-end threats overall, but the biggest threat of it all would be the flash flooding just off that heavy rain, and then damaging winds and hail, not out of the question, and even a small tornado threat is possible. That one's always going to be low, but not zero, and isolated spin-up is just always a possibility in thunderstorms. You just can never rule that out. And then again, another low-end severe weather potential for the day tomorrow. It's a marginal risk, once again, covering nearly the entire tri-state, and the threats are basically going to be remaining the same. We're looking at flash flooding once again being the biggest one, followed by damaging winds, and a small hail and tornado threat again continues for your Thursday. Overall, no widespread severe expected, so I wouldn't be overall concerned with severe storms. Overnight tonight, we're looking at storms likely 66 for that overnight low. Few strong to severe, not out of the question. 90%. Winds are going to be a little elevated out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour, going to 14 miles per hour tomorrow out of the north and west. We continue with that storm chance with a few strong to severe possible at 90%. Temperature is going to be rebounding into the lower 70s for highs. We then dry out as we close out the week, heading into the weekend. We're expecting then our next chance for rain late Sunday night, and then that carries on into the beginning of next week at a 30% chance, going down to 20% on Wednesday. Now, as far as the weekend goes, we'll be dry both Saturday and Sunday during the day. It's Sunday night you'll have to worry about the rain. So overall, a beautiful weekend shaping up with highs in the mid-70s Saturday, lower 80s on Sunday. Will continue to be up near 80 degrees heading into the beginning of next week before we bottom out in the mid-70s by the time we reach Wednesday. That's your latest forecast update. I'm Cameron Douglas. Stuart Brooking. Let's look at your sports coming up next. Stay with us.
Stuart Brooking here with a live look at your sports from Straswig Field, where the USI men's and women's soccer teams play their games. Now I'm here because this could be a very important place for the men's soccer team come Monday. See, the USI men were supposed to be on the road to play Lebanon, and in Lebanon to play McKendree University this Friday. That game got canceled due to COVID-19 conflicts. So now USI is going to be in the GLVC tournament. We'll find out whether there will be a 5 seed or a 4 seed. Now, if they're a 4 seed, that means they're going to be playing right here at Straswig Field Monday night for game 1 of the GLVC tournament. Now that's important because home field advantage is always important in the tournament. You know, you play in front of your home crowd, a place that you're familiar with, all that good stuff. Now, there are some key scenarios for USI to get here and to play home field advantage here. The key scenario is the University of Missouri St. Louis has to lose, and Lewis University also has to lose or tie in their games on Friday night. Now, the USI won't know where they're at until Friday night and who they're really playing until the end of this weekend, but right now they're currently tied for 5th with Lewis University at 7-5-1 in the GLVC. So we will find out Monday whether they'll be here or on the road, and we'll probably find out sooner than that. We'll actually probably find out this weekend. Now, on the basketball side of things, University of Southern Indiana senior forward Josh Price is going to a tryout for a professional invite. Now, the SBS Pro Exposure Invitational in the last 5 years have sent 185 players to professional sites, both overseas in the G League, other places like that. Price, who averaged 19 points per game last year for USI and also averaged 9 rebounds, will be going there to try out. We will get as much information as we can. We will find out more about how that went after this weekend, because that is on Saturday. We'll find out and we'll get it to you as soon as we can. But until then, if you want to find more information about about what went on with Josh Price and things like that, you can follow the USI Athletics page on Twitter, and you can also go to the USI Athletics page, gousigEagles.com. Now, for the USI baseball team, we're going to fast forward to baseball. The USI baseball team is renewing an old rivalry here tonight. That's right, they play right over there on the other side there in the baseball field here at USI. Last Wednesday, a week from today, they played Kentucky Wesleyan. Now, this is an old rivalry dating back to the days of when Kentucky Wesleyan used to play in the GLVC. They no longer do, so the rivalry isn't as strong, but for the older, alumni and generation, it is, because that's the rivalry they grew up with. USI won that first game here at the USI baseball field 11-6, and they look to do the same thing here tonight, and they are playing as we speak. So if you want to figure out what the score is, you can go to gousigEagles.com, and they will have all the information there, score updates, live stats, everything for you, so you can keep up on the baseball team. Now, for USI volleyball, this past weekend, they had a huge game. Huge game. They upset the #1 team in the country, Lewis University, on their home court. Lewis University was coming in, like we said, the #1 ranked team in the country. USI 25th. USI was actually trailing in that series, down 2-0. They came back, won 3 straight sets, and were able to walk out victorious 3-2 and get the upset. Now they're going to look, their attentions turn to Lindenwood University for Game 1 of the GLVC tournament this Friday at 6. Make sure you tune in to the GLVC Network and everywhere else to get that game. And for sports, that's it. That's a look at sports. So we'll send it back to Marina and Kane in the studio.
That was Access USI. We will leave you with a story about residential life here on campus. See you next semester.
Hey, my name is Jairo Rivas. I'm a resident assistant.
My name is Haley Hoke, and I'm an RA in Hanley and McDonald West. I wanted to be an RA because I had a really good RA my freshman year, and she really helped me a lot with just kind of figuring out the new things, and so I wanted to be able to help other people.
Definitely come in as a freshman, you try to find where you belong at college. And definitely my RA helped me out a lot coming into it, letting me know that it's okay to be yourself and to find your home. And that's something I wanted to provide to residents in the future, helping them find organizations they can be a part of or just finding their home at USI, because everyone has a home at USI, and I want to help residents find that and give back to the community that gave back so much to me. So the process is very extensive. It is very scary. Personally, it's scary. It's not as bad as everyone makes it seem. The first thing to do is the applications that come out in the fall. You apply late November, early December is when they come out. Application has several things such as your involvement, GPA requirements that you need to meet, and other things like that that are just very basic. Just getting to know you kind of questions. After that, you get contacted, I believe, to do a panel interview, which is like a group interview process. If you do go through that process of the group interview and the regular application, you get invited to come back to go to an individual interview, and then you really just get to go in depth why you want to be an RA, and it's kind of your way to tell them like why you deserve the position and how you're so unique.
My favorite moment as being an RA has been when I've been able to help students, because my sophomore year I kind of came into it really struggling. Like, I didn't know what my major was supposed to be, I didn't really know my plans and everything, and I know that a lot of residents get that way, so I had a resident come to me and we had a really deep conversation about just life and how like you don't have to have it all figured out, and I was able to help her, and that kind of helped a lot, because you never know what somebody's going through, and to be able to think that you are going to succeed in life or anything because you don't know your major in a sophomore year, like, you're fine, like you still have a lot more going for you, so you'll be able to figure it out. Being an RA has allowed me to gain a lot of really great friendships, and it's helped me to be known on campus as an individual, and it also helps me to know a lot more people, not even just other RAs but residents too.
Soak up every second of being a resident assistant. It has been a life-changing experience, and I would never trade a single second more for anything.